You're listening to the Do It for Dale Hour, presented by Do It for Dale Promos. As you guys can all see, we've got Lil the Show, or Superfly, as some people like to call him, Labarbera.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
No problem, anytime. Tough night for you last night, but at least the car's back together.
Yeah, you know what? Car was doing pretty good last night, and after flying through the air, I was expecting we're gonna have to do some work to get it back up to winning standards, but it's doing pretty good.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, I'll start with this first question for you.
Shoot,
Who
man.
was your inspiration for you to start driving race cars?
Ah, you know what? It was just I got into it when I was younger, going out to Mossport, and kind of just fell right into it, and was just like, I got to do this. I had a lot of friends doing it. Just kind of fell right into it, really. I just watching it all on TV when I was younger, Dukes of Hazzard, and then just kind of just got right into it, man.
That's awesome. So, this might be a dumb question, but what's the
Um,
craziest thing you've ever done in a race car?
You know, I'd like to say the other night was the first time I put the car up in the air like that, but we did it once during the endurance race, like 2017 or 18, something like that. Same kind of situation, kind of just got a little crazy and put it up on its side. But last weekend was probably one of the craziest things we've done so far.
Um, if you could drive any series besides the pure stocks, what would it be?
I'd like to try the mini stocks, but I'd like to also get kind of crazy and do some rear wheel drive. So maybe like the Thunder cars or super stock, something like that. That'd be kind of fun, I think.
Uh, for sure. What if you could give advice to any young fans that are looking into getting into racing? What would it be?
Um, man, just you gotta love doing this. You gotta put a lot of work into it, a lot of effort, and just stick with it because it takes a lot of seat time to get used to everything, and just don't be discouraged. Don't what anyone else thinks about it. If this is something you want to do and you love doing it, just stick with it as long as possible, and you'll do fine.
If you could change one rule about the pure stocks at Flamborough, what would it be and why?
Uh, we kind of gotten away from what pure stocks are now. We're really close to mini stocks, so I kind of want to dial it back a little bit. Maybe I don't know. All the safety stuff we've done over the years is pretty good, but I don't know. Make it back to kind of what it used to be. Like bring it back to more of a pure stock. So maybe I don't know. Like it's hard to say because we always have the meetings and we always go over everything. So at the beginning of the year, but uh, I actually don't have a rule in mind I could think of right now. Maybe like something to do with maybe tires. We got some performance tires out there that are really hard to come by. And we'd love to get everyone to have them, but I don't think we can anymore. But I don't know. It's a pretty competitive. Where everyone's pretty at that point right now. We're all right there. So
If you could choose one walkout song, what would it be?
that's a hard one. You know what the oh man, there was actually a song Superfly out there that was a pretty good song back from the old school. So that would be kind of fun. But yeah, That'd be good too. Can't think of one right off the bat, but man, I know somebody wanted me to come out to La Bamba, but no, I can't do that. Just no, I don't think so.
Oh, what's your favorite moment in your racing career? And why is it your favorite?
um, Probably back when 2019 we had this blue car that come out of nowhere. We won the championship with it, and man, that was a pretty big moment. That car was we built it on a just on a whim one day, and it was probably one of my favorite cars I've had so far. And winning that championship trophy at the end of the year, that was big.
For sure. What's your worst memory in
Worst
a
memory?
race and why?
Um, Probably we've had a couple cars that we've gone into the wall a couple times, and I'd say my first year, Matt Young had me in a car, and one of the tires ripped off of it, and I had no control over the car. I ended up putting it into the pit wall pretty bad, rode off the car. That was kind of a weird feeling. Took a little while to get back over that one, and that was probably the roughest one, I think. Sucked for having the car gone, and it was a fast car, and it was just the fact that going into that wall full tilt was pretty rough.
I can imagine. Um, let's talk about a little bit more about last night.
Absolutely.
I forget where you started the first feature.
First feature, we started in 12th place due to not finishing the last race, so it wasn't bad. Had to start back there in the back of the pack, and I think I worked my way up to 7th place, but it was good. There was a lot of fast guys out there again tonight or last night, so it was kind of hard working my way through the field, but put me in a good starting position for the second race, so that was pretty helpful.
Your second feature, you did a lot better finishing wise
I ended up
with a fan.
Yeah, it was pretty good. There wasn't a little bit of trouble going on out there. It was pretty good. We had a lot of fast, as I said, a lot of fast cars finished ahead of me. We had Phil Givens come out. He was pretty quick. Wade Thorne, Spencer coming off the win from that first race. So we were pretty good. I was right there, right behind them all, but I just didn't have enough to catch them.
For sure. Let's talk about the Gold Rush from Tuesday night.
Sure. We ended up having a car. We ended up having Alex Stewart run that last night. He took it out, but I had to do a little bit of work to it and bring it out. Didn't get a really good starting qualifying. Ended up, I believe, starting 29th place. We had a 17th place finish, so it wasn't too bad. Just not as quick as my other car. Would have liked to have taken that out, but it was a good race. I mean, again, a lot of fast cars showed up for that on Tuesday, so it was a pretty tough race.
For sure. Um, Cautions during that race.
Yeah, there
First
was
one
yeah,
being
yeah, there was a couple. Yeah, um,
first one being with Phil Givens and James Holton.
yeah, that was a little unfortunate there. Gave us a chance to catch back up to the pack though, so we had a pretty good restart when that all happened.
For sure. Um, Second caution comes out. I forget where you restarted off the top of my head.
I believe we were close to down to 20th position, something like that, because then we ended up coming up past a few more cars, and we were under right behind Haley, I believe, and can't remember the guy who came out. He had a Golf, crazy little Golf, fast though. It was pretty impressive.
For sure. If you could redo, or sorry, buy a new car, make it as good as your current car was, and hopefully will be again. Different make, different model. What would it be?
Ooh, I've always thought about something like that, but I've been a GM Chevy guy through and through. All my cars, personal cars, everything's Cobalt Chevy. But I last year, or maybe it was the year before, I had the opportunity to take out Rodney Rutherford's Acura, and I gotta say, driving a Honda, I don't like to say it too often, but it would be kind of fun to build maybe a Civic or an Acura if you could find all the parts for it nowadays. Kind of hard, but I'd like to try a Honda. That'd be kind of interesting.
You don't see many Hondas in the pure stocks.
No, and that's kind of funny because when I first started, Hondas dominated the pure stocks, especially at Flamborough. And then we started saying, no, we're going to build some Chevys to catch these guys. And slowly but surely, everyone's gone down to the Cobalts now and the Cavaliers and Sunfires. So it's kind of been interesting. But yeah, there was a lot of Acuras back in the day.
I can imagine. I can think of one or two off the top of my head that currently run Acuras.
Yeah, you know what? Gary Slama in that 90 car, that car has been around for as long as I can remember. And it's always been a fast car to trying to chase down. Um, there's still Rodney's car still kicking around after so many years. A couple other guys having Acurs that are coming out every once in a while. James has that Ecto one, which is pretty fast car still. So um, Chance had his number 12 car out last night, his backup car. He's working on getting his Scion fixed after the accident last week, and it's still a fast car.
For sure. If you could have one sponsor any company, what would it be?
Oh, man, it's a hard one. Probably one of the ones for the tracks. I'd love to really support any of those local businesses, especially like B&B now. They've been a really great help this year, promoting, helping me with the parts, cars. Like they want me to bring the car out in a couple of weeks out to their shop. They're going to be doing a dyno tuning on all other cars, and they would like to see as a joke to put my car on the dyno to see what they actually have on them. I was like, oh, we could try it out. 150 horsepower would be really nice to see, but I doubt that.
For sure. Um, what do you do to prepare for a race mentally, physically?
Uh, well, I sit there and sing a little tune in my head and wait there at the line and kind of just see who's around me, where we're starting, how it's going to go. I mean, after watching for a little while, seeing everyone kind of start to see how people drive and understanding what's going to happen. So you kind of start picturing scenarios of how it's going to go and what you feel like you're going to do and just hopefully get behind somebody or past somebody and follow them through. So it's kind of a multiple scenarios, kind of trying to figure out what's going to happen.
For sure. If you could choose one teammate from the pure stocks of Flamborough, who would it be?
Oh, so many good drivers out there. I mean, I don't even think I could choose one to be who would want to be on the team with me. I mean, we got so many good drivers. I mean, Spencer's having a great year. Mark Allen's coming a long way. Cam's an awesome driver as well. I mean, Alex is starting to get back into it. I mean, we just got so many guys. I don't think I could pick one. I'd let them choose me. I
For sure.
mean, even Haley's coming up now, and she's wheeling that car. It's such a great group of people to work with. I don't think I could ever just choose one person.
Oh, for sure. If you could choose one track to race at for the rest of your life in Ontario, besides Flamborough, what would it be? Or where would it
You
be?
know,
Sorry.
I've had a lot of fun at Peterborough. It's probably one of the only other tracks I've raced at, but I mean, it's a lot of fun. And if it was closer, I'd like to race there more often. I haven't had a chance to check the other tracks out, but that's I'm hoping the year after check out everything. But Peterborough is definitely a favorite.
For sure. Um,
I'm definitely looking forward to colors this year.
I'm trying to make arrangements to come down to colors.
Oh, that'd be great, man. It's always a good time, you know that.
Oh, for sure. Last year, us partying.
That was a good time, no? And just said I've only done it for 2 years now, and last year I actually got my car out there, so it was a good time. I wish I could have made it back for the main race, but didn't work out that well.
For sure. Um, what's your plans for the rest of the season?
Honestly, just keep all four tires on the ground. Yeah. We're sitting in third place right now, so I mean, kind of like that spot. I mean, a lot of the guys are starting to catch up and down to the end of the year, so consistency. We just kind of want to start putting that car. I'd like to see it back on the podium a couple times, maybe another win or something like that. But just keeping it on the track. That's the plan.
For sure. We all get nervous when we see cars go up in the air.
Yeah. Yep.
Race fans, drivers, we all do. But we all know you'll put on a show no matter what. At
That's that's
Flamborough,
that's what
Peterborough,
that's what we're here for. Put on a show for the fans, one way or another.
exactly. You're the. I want to say you're the one of the main reasons why there's so many butts and seats at Flamborough for the pure stocks.
I'd like to think that, but we got a lot of great drivers and a lot of fans out there. But I do appreciate that.
Every time I see a post on Facebook from Flamborough, you, Nicole Givens, in the pure stock group, it's always you either sliding through the grass, coming off 3 and 4, or you in the air.
You know what? We've had one of those years where someone's caught us doing something great. So I mean, it's awesome. We've got a lot of fans. Last night was meet the drivers. A lot of people coming up like, "Hey, I watched you do this," or "I seen you do this in a video," and I was like, "Oh."
For sure. I remember when I first met you, Rick, what's his name?
Oh, we were at Colors 2 years ago.
No, it would have been Flambro.
Oh yeah. Um.
What's his name?
Oh,
His
what
car's
are we?
Ricky. Before he sold it, was Ricky Bobby.
It was Rick. Yeah, we came out. Yeah, that's right. That was 3 years ago. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, for Frosttoberfest, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. We're all up on the hill. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, there was another question I was going to ask. What was it? If you could choose any series besides the oval side, what would it be?
I wouldn't mind doing course driving around. Mossport. I used to go there a lot when they used to have the oval track and on the back track. I would love to try something like that. Um, That would probably be my dream, yeah. Like full road course or something along those lines. Some with a some kind of Camaro or Corvette or something like that, just driving around. Always been a dream of mine.
I can imagine. Um, who do you want to thank for getting you to the track?
Um, all our sponsors, B&B Motorsports, AIS helping us out with the tires, Vista Security and BTX helping us out. Uh, Crew Chief helping me out every week getting everything done. And of course, girlfriend for supporting me to do this every weekend.
For sure. Well, Leo, it's been a pleasure, buddy.
Anytime, man.
It's going to be one of the shorter episodes, but I can't think of many things that haven't been asked to you that's already out there.
Yeah.
So,
Anytime we'll come back to it again, man.
hell
Always a
yeah.
pleasure.
We'll hopefully have you on after the end of the season.
Oh,
Hopefully, we have some amazing uh things to talk about.
anytime, buddy. Happy to
Yeah.
be here.
This has been the Do It for Dale Hour presented by Do It for Dale Promos. Thanks for watching.